Hey there, friends. So today I want to talk to you on a special episode of our Creative Shop Talk podcast, also broadcasting live on Facebook. And the reason I wanted to do both podcast and Facebook Live is I think this is an important issue, concern, something that all retailers are dealing with right now.
Running a creative retail business really shouldn't be so hard. I'm Wendy Batten, and this is the Creative Shop Talk podcast.
Right now, I am talking to retailers every day that are really heightened emotionally. We have been dealing with this situation, this pandemic, quarantine, opening, closing. A lot of people are reopening. And right now, the emotions are really, really high and they're really raw. And everybody I talk to thinks that they're the only one feeling the way that they're feeling. So I wanted to come on and just share what I'm hearing. And then right before I came on, I actually had to compose myself before I came on because one of my retailers inside my inner circle, my creative shop owners inner circle, posted something today, and I don't want to call her out or say her name, but I'm going to read something to you that resonated so much to me. I'm going to read what her post because I think it just echoes what everyone is feeling right now and what I'm hearing from retailers literally all over the world. I've heard the same sentiments from our retailers in New Zealand, from my retailers in Europe and all over North America. Here's what she said. So bear with me. I'm going to read her whole post, and I double dog dare you not to tell me that some of this doesn't resonate with you too. She was posting to the group, to our inner circle group, and she said, I'm opening my store today for the first time in 2 months. I feel like I should be more excited. I don't want to get sick. I don't want any of my customers to get sick because they come into my store. I've got all the precautions in place, and I hope it's enough. I've gone back and forth with being thankful that I have my store and that we have survived this shutdown to being jealous of the people that get to work from home and have had time to deep clean and organize their house and finally tackle those projects that they've been wanting to do. I'm exhausted. As you all know, it's been 10 times more work to make 10 times less money. But having to do all that work just to stay afloat. Instead of taking the much needed day off yesterday, I scheduled a Facebook Live and my internet connection was so bad, it was blurry. Instead of the normal 40 to 60 watchers, I had 18. I'm thankful for those that hung on and purchased. I don't know what today is going to look like. I don't know if there's going to be a line at the door or if it's just going to be a few shoppers. I'm so sorry to vent, but unless you know, you really don't know. My family and friends don't understand because they've never owned a business. They've never had to fight tooth and nail for something that they love so much. Owning a business is giving me the highest of highs and the lowest of lows and forced me far outside of my comfort zone that I don't even remember what that looks like anymore. She shares a few other things, but I think you get the gist. So here's what I want to share with you. So many of you are feeling that way. That's why I wanted to share that. And I don't have her permission to share it, so I won't call out her name. And I hope she's okay that I shared it. It's just the words echoed. And I actually, it's only been up for a few minutes in my group, and everybody already inside the inner circle have already been, that's exactly how I feel. And I just thought it was so elegantly put. So some of you have been thriving and doing amazing through all of this. I have tons of retailers that are exceeding their March, April, May revenue goals. Some are hanging on by a thread. Everybody is working hard. Everybody is working hard. I don't honestly know anybody who's not working too hard, but it's exhausting. And even just those that are doing awesome and really well, they're exhausted. The ones that are just like hanging on and just they're exhausted. Everybody is tired and I think it's not just the work we're doing, it's the emotional toll this is all taking, the uncertainty. We've grown these beautiful businesses, and now, we find ourselves, what does the future hold for our business? What does the future hold for retailer? I am the most encouraging, positive person. I believe everything is going to be fine. I think and fine can be different. Like, it looks different. I think it's going to look different on the other side. We're going to have to shift and pivot and adjust. And we've been talking about that all along. But it's our nature to keep pushing. And it's our nature to be in this superwoman, superman hero syndrome. It's not in our nature to rest. And a lot of you have not rested. And this is an emotional time. Opening your store right now is an emotional time. It is fine for some of you are just pushing through, opening, have your plans, everything is going great. But I suspect even for those of you that outwardly are, everything is going great, are exhausted and tired too, and have those emotions, maybe are just not, maybe we're just not taking all the time to identify everything that's going on right now. But so many of you, so many. I mean, I have private clients I work with, one on one coaching retail clients, and almost without exception over the last couple of weeks, uh, everybody sort of shifted from because they're making progress and being strategic and, using all the things and all the tools and all the resources, and they're working, they're doing all the things, but they're tired. There's been very little time for downtime for anybody. And when we are down, maybe like taking a few hours off, our brain is still going because that's our nature, right? The emotions surrounding the opening of your store are all over the place for so many of you. I want to urge you, I keep going back to the resources that we've shared before. I want to make sure that you understand you don't have to open. You can come up with a different business plan. I'm seeing retailers shift and adjust their, if you don't want to open, don't open. It goes back to what you feel safe with, what you feel your team is safe with, and what your customers are safe with. So it's okay to delay opening. I'm seeing that all the time. It's okay to take it slow, open one day a week if you need to. I have lots of retailers that are just opening maybe on the weekends or Friday, Saturday right now. It's okay to take it slow. Um, I think it's also really, really important for all of us, everybody, myself included, everybody out there. And I practice what I preach as well too. I think it's super important for us to take off the superhero capes for a little moment or two and set it down and be okay with asking for help and resting and not pushing forward like we're always trying to do. I know it's in our nature to keep pushing. I know it's in our nature to keep doing. I know it's in our nature. We've got to keep our business afloat. I know it's, friends, I get it. We own three businesses. My husband and I have been pivoting and shifting and adjusting all of our sales as well too. And we are tired as well too, but we are trying again to just remember that we have to take the superhero capes off, set them down. Um, a lot of people are in a funk. I think that's a great word for it. I heard that this morning from a couple of retailers. A funk, like it's just because not that there's no end in sight, but there's no end in sight. We don't know if it's going to go back to normal. I don't think it's going to. We have this new normal everybody keeps talking about, but even that shifting and adjusting. And it's okay to be tired and it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be in a funk and it's okay, but we need rest to get through that. We need to have white space. And white space means we need to take some time to let our brain settle, maybe go for a walk. If you can't get away for a weekend, I hope you had a long weekend. A lot of people have had long weekends in the last couple of days or a couple of weeks, but actually getting away for a long weekend, whatever it is that you need to do to feed your soul and get that white space, a good walk in the woods, whatever that is for you, I really want to encourage you to do that. We all need rest. Personally, I have been going to bed at 7 o'clock at night, which is the weirdest thing for me. I can't explain. I think my body is just trying to tell me. So it's been 3 nights, 4 nights in a row now, 7 p.m. I have been sound asleep. My poor husband is like worried. Sound asleep. I just cannot stay awake past 7 p.m. It's still light out. It's spring. It's getting into summer. And I just, this time is exhausting for everybody. So again, even if things are going well, I want you to urge you that you're going to burn out. I don't want anybody to burn out. And I want you to acknowledge that it's okay and your feelings are okay and your emotions are okay. And as my retailer said in this letter, we don't know what every day is going to look like. And that's playing such a burden. We can't rely on what it was. So we have to always keep working. And our brain is always thinking about the next thing we have to do and the next thing and how is this going to look and how am I going to pay the bills and the mortgage and all the things. But you have a dream to build, you have a passion, you love your business. I know you do. And you've been working so hard. It's okay. Honor your feelings, take in all the emotions that you have. But please, 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 I encourage you to find some rest. I want you to, and I want you to acknowledge it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to be mad. I've had retailers say, they're just mad at they had plans, they had planned out their 2020. They've had maybe vacation plans now, or they've had just a lot of things, even home, right? Like even with our kids and graduation and all of the things and all of the emotions that are going on sort of behind. And there's a lot of that. I mean, we're all focusing on business or we're talking about business, but we all have things going on home and life and kids, and maybe we're fearful of elderly parents, or there's all these things, right? There's life still going on behind the business screen, I guess. So I just want to encourage you today to honor those feelings, understand that your emotions about opening, and if you're uneasy about it, and you're not excited about it, as my retailer said, I feel like I should be more excited. I don't want to get sick. I don't want my customers to get sick because they come in my store. I've got all the precautions in place, and I hope it's enough. That's heavy. That's really heavy, right? Worrying about our health and our customers and our team. And it's just really heavy. And so honor that. Do what you think is right for your business and your family. And honestly, I think it's important to make your decisions from a point of view of what's right for you and the way you want to live your life first, and then the business. And I know that sounds sort of crazy, maybe. Normally, we're always talking about business, but you have to do what's right for you first. You as a human being, you as your family, what is right for you and your family first, and then your business. The rest will figure it out, but you have to honor yourself and your health. So I want you to try to take some time off. Again, even if it's a few hours or a few evenings, give up that last Facebook sale, do whatever you need to do to just be okay with taking some time off, honoring your emotions. Please make sure you're leaning into, if you're a member of my inner circle, please make sure you're leaning into us. We get you, just like this retailer said, unless you really, really don't know, right? We know in our inner circle. And if you're not a member of our inner circle, find your tribe, find some people, lean into. We have a free group, my Rockstar Creatives group. Lean in there. There's all kinds of chit chat going on in there as well too, and we will continue the conversation over there. For this Facebook Live as well too. So thank you for working so hard. Thank you for being who you are and how you're working. I honor you. You're all working so amazing. You're doing big things for yourself, for your businesses, for your family. And I encourage you to honor yourself as well too, and honor your feelings. So please take care. Please stay well. Please make sure that you are taking care of you. Okay? Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks for joining me today. I know how precious your time is, and I'm so appreciate you taking time out of your crazy day to be here with us. All the links for today's show can be found at wendybatten.com/podcast. We'd also like to invite you to come over and continue the conversation over on my free Facebook group. It's called Rockstar Creatives. I'm going to be popping in there live every week to continue the conversation, talk a little bit about what we spoke about today. And I'd love for you to join us over there, Rockstar Creatives on Facebook. I'd also love to ask, if it's not too much trouble, if you could leave me a review and let me know what you think of the podcast. If you're loving the show, be sure that you're subscribing to the podcast so you don't miss an episode. I'd hate for you to miss one. It's been such a pleasure to be here with you today. I'll see you next week here on the Creative Shop Talk podcast.